name is Magdalena, I'm a nutritional therapist, and today I'm going to show you how to make really quick and easy peanut butter, sugar-free peanut butter cups. So, peanut butter cups were always my favorite snack. The only thing was that they were a little bit on the sweeter side. So today I'm going to show you how to make it. It's really simple, and I thought it's a pretty lovely type of snack to treat your mums. And because we're coming towards their Mother's Day, I thought it would be amazing to maybe surprise them with some super healthy, guilt-free peanut butter cups. So what we need today is dark chocolate. You can use any dark chocolate, or you can use, my favorite one is, I tend to use Cavalier chocolate, which is sugar-free. It's sweetened with stevia. Today, I'm going to use Umbaba, which I really love as well, with a 64% of cacao. But you can use pretty much any kind of dark chocolate, 60% up of cacao in it. We're going to use some coconut oil. I'm going to use about 3 tablespoons of coconut oil, dark chocolate. You can either add some fruits to it, like raspberries or orange flavour. So I decided to kind of put a little bit of a twist to it. In my household, I love raspberries. My little boy, for example, loves orange. So I decided, we will make 2 different flavours. And of course, some peanut butter. So what you can do is you can actually make peanut butter at home. It's quite easy. If you have a if you have a quite powerful food processor, you can just blend in any kind of type of nuts, or I do peanuts today. You can just put them in, blend it in until a smooth consistency, and you can pretty much, you achieve your own peanut butter. I'm going to use a peanut butter bought in the store today because it's faster. I'm not making loads of treats because it's just me and my husband and my little boy, so I'm not making a whole batch of it. However, you can make loads of little treats like that, and you can freeze them. You can keep them in the fridge, or you can freeze them for when you need a healthy treat. So why those snacks are so good for you? Obviously, the main ingredients is peanut butter. Peanut butter is a great source of protein. It is also a good source of good fats. Polyunsaturated and monounsaturated fats make you more filled and more satisfied for longer. Snacks like this will definitely help us to get through to another meal. I'm going to melt my dark chocolate, so I put some water into the pan, boiled it so it's nice and hot, and I just put it over it and just wait a few minutes until the chocolate melts away. When I'm actually waiting for my chocolate to melt, I'm going to show you how to make the filling for peanut butter. So again, half of the cup of the peanut butter. I'm going to transfer it into the bowl. So this is unsweetened and crunchy, which means it's got some big chunks of peanuts in it. But as I mentioned before, you can, depending on what you prefer, you can use the smoother version of it, or you can make your own one at home. So half of the cup of the peanut butter, and then about 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. The reason why I'm using the coconut oil is that it helps peanut butter to set better in the fridge when I eventually transfer it to heart-shaped molds. And what I do is I tend to use a little bit of stevia and erythritol for this extra sweetness. You don't have to, because you will have your natural sweetness from dark chocolate, which is just melting in the bag. But I do it for my household because my little boy, for example, he likes peanut butter, but he likes it a little bit sweet. And obviously, I'm not using a refined sugar, so I'm going to add a little bit of see us to get a little frittle, just to give it a little bit, you know, an extra, enhance the flavour. Okay, so literally use a little bit of it. And what I will do now is I will start off transferring some of it to the very bottom of my molds, and then once the chocolate is melted, I will put a little bit of chocolate and we just basically make the layers of it. So I start off the peanut butter, then I put a little bit of chocolate, then I put a little bit of a fruit juice on the top, and then chocolate on the very top to cover it, okay? And once it's all filled up, I'm transferring it into the fridge. So my chocolate is melted. What I did was I've added 1 tablespoon of coconut oil in it, just to kind of to help it to remain glossy. So my chocolate is melted and still nice and warm. I let it cool down a bit so I don't get burned. And I will transfer a tiny little bit of it at the bottom of my mold, my heart-shaped mold. Okay, so I will just do every single individual one. Just leave literally like less than a half of it right at the bottom. Okay, so I transferred the melted chocolate into heart molds, and I will just put it in the fridge for another 10 minutes until the chocolate sets. So when I'm waiting for the chocolate to set in the fridge, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a fruit coulis or fruit squash just to go inside of my peanut butter cup. So today I'm going to use raspberries and some oranges. So what I'm going to do is just squash them, simply just put them in here and just squash it until you get this kind of smooth consistency. So I took these ones out of the fridge. They're set now, and it's totally up to you how you arrange it. I will use raspberry coulis first, just on the top, on the very top of the chocolate, just a little bit. Okay, in each of them, and then on top, I'm just going to layer it with peanut butter, and then top it up with another layer of chocolate. Okay. So this is absolutely delicious. I've just tried a bit. So I'm just going to top it up with peanut butter. Just literally 1 layer of peanut butter on top of my fruit coulis. Okay, so for my orange part, I'm going to glitz some oranges in my food processor. So literally making it into smaller pieces. Okay. And voila. I'm just going to add some orange coulis to a few of them. The ones that I mentioned to you are for my son, because he doesn't like raspberry, so I'm just going to add a few orange bits, especially for him. We'll top it up obviously with peanut butter, and then the last layer of very last layer of chocolate, dark chocolate. Okay, so my peanut butter is on. I've got everything ready. So what I'm going to do is put the very last top of dark chocolate and then transfer it to the fridge for the very final set. Okay? Oh, and I've got 2 little dudes here who will help me with this. They will try the quality of the chocolate. How does it taste? What's the verdict? Is it good? It's not good?
A bit good.
A bit good. Sammy?
Good.
Good. Verdict. So, On bar chocolate, delicious, thank you. Right, so what I'm going to do is just put the very final top and layer of chocolate on top of my molds. We'll leave it in the fridge for about up to half an hour. So I just took them out of the fridge. I would give it about half an hour to 40 minutes for cups to set. They were in the fridge for these ones for up to an hour, just because I put some fruit coulis in them. They needed a bit longer to set in the fridge. I took my buttercups out of the mold. They were quite gooey, so I chopped the edges of it just to make it a bit more presentable. However, if you want them a bit more heart-shaped, if you want them a bit smaller, you can use either deeper molds or just put less filling in it. I quite like it actually because it is quite slushy in your mouth. It's actually quite nice. It feels like like you're eating almost a peanut butter Jaffa cake. It's quite pungent with fruit, and it's got that saltiness of peanut butter, and then obviously sweetness of dark chocolate. So it's a really lovely treat, and I'm sure not just mothers will enjoy it, but kids and probably husbands as well. So even though it's an indulgent sweet treat, it doesn't contain refined sugar because its sweetness comes from sugar alcohol. It is also a great source of, as I mentioned before, protein and good fats to keep your blood sugar, blood glucose nice and steady. And it's a great source of magnesium and iron as well. And zinc, the cofactors which help to boost your brain chemicals, such as serotonin, so kind of, make you feel better, feel good chemicals, which we really need, especially after running about and doing our chores during the day. It's a quite nice snack to have. And perhaps if you don't have time to eat even sometimes, and you really crave that snack, that's a really good option to have, okay? And you can either freeze it or you can keep it in the fridge for those indulgent, non-guilt moments. If you want to see more of those recipes and more ideas like that, please subscribe to my YouTube channel or follow me on my Instagram feed.